Great morning. How have you all been? Ready to start? To rock the day, rock the session? Yeah? So very good morning to you once again. How have you all been? You good? You great? Fantastic, yeah? It's quite sad though to leave because it's the second day, right? Definitely you'll be missing each other. Good, good. So yesterday, did you get the chance to join the dinner or the virtual city tour? Did you? And how was it? Great, excellent. I was there, and I very much believe that I met very few of you. And who was here last year? Who attended Japan Writers Conference last year? Good. And who's here for the very first time? Welcome on board. Good, good, good. Very good. Can you hear me without a mic? You can? You don't need this? Okay. Let's not get so professional, yeah? So actually, I was an attendee as well last year, and I came all the way from Abu Dhabi to meet such wonderful people like you, so I had to come all the way out. Last year as well, I made it, but as an attendee, I was running with my luggage, and I was like, no, I gotta be a part of this group, and I gotta learn from the people like you. And what I mean, people like you, people who want to make a change, who want to learn, and I very much believe that you're all dreamers. You are all here because you want to learn something, right? Isn't it? Very good. So what do you think of the title? Okay, cool. We'll get into that. And before I introduce myself, I would love to get to know you differently. All right? So I need you, who has a paper? All of you do have? Yeah, you do? Very good. So I need you to do me a favor. Write down your name on one piece of paper and fold it properly. And on the second one, I want you to define your artistic self in one word. You know, some people call themselves the dreamers, others the fighters, the go-getters. So the one that has your artistic self description, keep it with you. Hey. And the one that has your name, the one that has your name will be having actually a game, and there will be a special gift. Okay, so the one that has your name, just fold it properly. Yeah, your name, your registered name. I need it. I need that one because we'll be having a game. Okay, and I have a gift. As you can see, we'll be having two gifts here on the table. It's a special one that I've wrapped for you. So we'll be having two winners by the end of our session. And the one that has your name, we will be folding all of them up and put it here. As I said, we'll be having a game. Two winners by the end of our session. Oh, we got the bag and it's ready. Excellent, very good. So you have the paper that has your artistic self-description, right? May I see it? You can hold it or you can read it out loud. We can start from here. What we've got in house. Say it, yeah. Curious, okay, cool. Yours. I want to hear you all.
My description?
Yes.
Colorful.
Colorful, okay, I can see already, yeah? You've got this, even with the bag, yeah, with the books. Mark, would you love?
Unique.
Unique, I can see that. Please.
I also had curious.
Curious, okay.
Mine sounds like a Myers-Briggs, but a Challenger.
Challenger, love that.
Observer.
Observer, ooh, gotta be careful today, yeah?
Creative.
Creative, excellent.
Optimist.
Optimist, ooh, bringing in the energy, yeah.
Explorer.
Explorer, right.
Wanderer.
Wonder, woohoo! Matchy, yeah? Universal alignment. Yeah? It looks like.
Unconventional.
Conventional, right. Unconventional, okay. Pilgrim, okay. Performance, so, ooh. Got a performer here, yeah.
Imagineer.
Ooh, love that. It's quite unique, yeah?
It's actually stolen.
Yeah? That's all right, we all do that, Writer stuff. Please, yeah, let me hear you out loud. Open, okay.
Over idea.
Over?
Idea.
Mm-hmm. Peter. Storyteller.
Investigator.
Ooh, righty, cool.
Perseverance.
Perseverance, okay. Yourself?
Undefined.
Undefined. Well, I love that. How do you feel when you hear that out loud? When you define your artistic self? How do you find that out? Pretty good, yeah? Honest. And it reminds you of your artistic self, right? That sometimes we get to lose, unfortunately, on the way. Very good. So would you like to hear about mine?
Sure.
Alrighty. It's stolen as well. I mean, I was reading once, I was like, woo, what's that? Let me just first know how to pronounce it, because it took me a while to do that. Who can help me out with it?
Possibilitarian.
You've got this. And what do you think that means?
Full of possibility.
Ooh, what else?
Seeing possibility?
Yes.
Believing in
There you go. You're all on the right path. So it's coming from the word possibilities. I believe that we are all possibility makers. We're not limitation makers. So I have to remind myself every now and then, if I want to go and, leach a new craft, I have to make myself understand that, hey, you're a possibilitarian, wake up. Good, so I'm Tunisian. My full name is Nawres Chikhaoui. If you find it quite a bit hard to, pronounce the last name. Originally, I'm Tunisian. Been based in the UAE for the past 8 years. I am a published author, nonfiction genre, and I'm as well a TEDx speaker twice, and as well as the founder of the educational platform, and it's called Run It. Actually, the whole program for you today is powered by that. And on top of that, I'm also a possibilitarian mindset coach. Got certified twice as a life coach, but I went like, no, I gotta use this word of mine. Let me be a possibilitarian mindset coach. And guess what? I'm as well a cabin crew. I do fly. I do those, whole long flights. And it all actually started for me in the skies. Yeah, started flying, started as a junior cabin crew, then I moved to training department, and there we go now as a coach and as a published author. And most importantly, I'm here to learn from you, as I said. Yeah? Cool, let's do this. Would love to get to know you even better. What do you write? Who's a big fan of writing here? What a question, right? Like, duh, are you serious? We're coming from all parts of the world and you're telling us, are you a big fan of writing? Just joking. Very good. So what do you write? I want to know. Can I see the fiction people? Alrighty. The nonfiction? Welcome to the session. Ooh, I'm a nonfiction too. Very good. I've seen your book, The Whiskey.
Yes.
Ooh, that's literally nonfiction. But you can also use it for fiction, for fantasies and imagination.
Yes.
Like a glass of whiskey can do the job. Can do the job. Very, very, very good. And who's committed to write a book? Who's committed? I can see the commitment. Very good. Who's already on it? Love that. And who's planning to write a one? Very good. Very, very, very good. Good to see. Good to see that. So it's already there on the plan, yeah? So now back to our very spicy title, which sounds very ironic. Luxury of rewriting. What do you think when we say rewriting? When I talk about rewriting, it's not editing. It's not that you have already, a draft that you have to edit. No, you have to completely delete the whole thing. A book that you might have spent 2 years of your life writing it. Then you have literally to delete it. What do you think of that? I'm not trying to demotivate you, by the way. It's a part of the journey. It's a part of the journey. Any one of you has experienced that? Yeah? Cool. I myself did that. And today, actually, we will explore and discover together how is that very important, actually, to make your book not only good, but freaking good. Yeah, freaking good. We will see the other side of rewriting. We will see it all together. So let's dive a bit in the sea of the writer's struggles. Usually we very often hear of the writer's block, right? Yeah, we all face that. All right, on a daily basis, I think. Editing can be one of the struggles as well. Like you have, oh gosh, I finished the first manuscript, but I had to edit it back again. And we have writing a new genre. If you are moving from a fiction to nonfiction, which I think is going to happen for me very soon, I'll be moving from that because I seek to write a fiction book. Yeah? And any one of you over here who has done that before, who has moved from a genre to another one? Did you? Okay, can you tell us about it?
Well, I mean, when I jumped genres, it didn't get published yet. It's still
Okay.
a work in progress. But I thought I'd try my hand at a nonfiction, science fiction story. And I just felt like, well, maybe I need to go back to the writing that I feel so comfortable with.
With, yeah.
now.
So you got the experience actually to discover both.
Yes.
Discover both of the genre. And you felt that it was a struggle?
Yeah.
Kind of? Yeah. Any more struggles you can think of when we say writing? Alrighty.
Get lost in the narrative.
Get lost in the narrative.
At a certain point, and you forget where you started, or you just get lost in it. You can't find your way out.
Okay, cool. All right. So being sidetracked. Okay. Any other struggles you can think of?
Self-discipline.
Yes.
Maybe worrying about what other people will think once you finish what you could have.
Yeah. Those little double-minded moments. Will they like it? Will they like me? All right. And rewriting. Let's not forget about that. Yeah? I very much believe that writing is the engine and rewriting is actually the amplifier that takes your creation to another level. Yeah? We'll be displaying a picture and I want you to let me know what are you seeing over here. Okay, apart that it's an elephant, but what do you think this elephant is symbolizing? Strength, okay. The power.
Something at a higher level.
Okay, cool. All right. Looks very ambitious, yeah? Head in the clouds, a daydreamer. What else?
Rewriting.
Who said it? 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 Can we give a round big of applause? He got it. You know, usually when we think of an elephant is really heavy actually. The average weight of an elephant is between 2,000 and 5,000. Yeah, so the average weight is like 3,500. And we as human beings, we eat only 1.5. So to eat a whole complete elephant, sometimes it takes you 6 years. And I very much believe, as he said, that I think the elephant in this room is rewriting, right? Because when you look at it, it's so heavy, like how will I eat it up? You know, that's what the mind says, what the logic says. But also what the logic can say from the other side, that I can eat an elephant if I cut it and I split it into pieces. Well, I'm not trying to scare you back again. That's going to take you 6 years and a half to rewrite your book and your manuscript, but you can still do it. Yeah? And this is what we call by the elephant method. Anything that you think of, our mind is actually designed to see the big picture. Yeah. Sometimes when a tiger runs into you or a snake or whatever, do you think like, oh, you know what? How many teeth do you have before you start eating me? No, right? But you think like, this is the end, isn't it? So I very much believe actually that the elephant mode can give you that big picture and also allow you to break it into pieces. To start it gradually. So you can start with identifying your big elephant cut. That literally you can cut it into 4 pieces. And let's apply that on your manuscript. Let's suppose that your manuscript that you have to rewrite have 4 big chapters. Let's suppose. It can be one, for example, about society. The other one is about yourself. The other one is about your, your future. And then another part that can just take another topic. And then you take those huge parts and then back again split them and find out the subtopics just under them. Who's already on this path of writing? Have you been finding it useful?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, very much.
Okay, very good. And how heavy is your elephant? 300 pages? 500 pages?
170,000 words.
Oh, okay. You go by words. Any other big elephant over here? No? By pages, yes. You have already said that you're on writing down a book, yeah.
Yeah, almost 300, and I had to completely restructure the whole thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can see the astonishment over here. He's like, what? You have to do it all back again. He had to eat the elephant, yeah? And it's actually, it gets away easier when you move from the big picture to the small one, like you break it. Because we human beings are, yes, absolutely we are unlike animals. Animals think short term, they just want to survive. And a part of us as human beings, we still have that part in us, yeah? So the elephant mode will help you out to move from the long-term goal, which is leeching, you craft to the world and bringing it to the light, to the short-term goals, which is more about going into the very subtopics. So, yeah. And the second thing that the elephant method can provide you with is consuming your old manuscript. Yeah, you don't have to delete it literally. Before you do that, you have to consume it. That doesn't mean you let go of it. No, you have to go through it because very often, 40% of the time, that the way changes, but not the takeaway. It's the way that changes, not the takeaway. Your message will always remain the same, right? Did you experience the same? Did you? You didn't give up on your idea. It has been always there at the back of your mind, but the way that has changed. Very good. And then we've got to tackle one step at a time, as we said, like to go by those little baby steps. And for me, it takes sometimes 4 to 5 hours a day. How about you? How many hours do you spend writing per day?
Writing?
Yes. Okay. Like, will I say like non-stop? When you say, you know what, this is my writing time. No one has to approach me. No one has to come and knock at me. 2 hours max, okay. So it's different from one person to another. How about you?
About 2 hours as well.
2 hours. Okay.
Then I sit on it, go to sleep, wake up, and look at it again.
Back again.
With
Yeah.
a fresh mind.
Like healthy obsessions, yeah? And then editing. When we say editing is way different from rewriting, right? You have already things which have been written, as he said. I get up in the morning, look at it back, and say, okay, what I have to add, what I have to remove, and etc. Are we clear so far? Yeah? We're on the same page? Excellent. And I very much love this saying by the novelist John when he said, I'm not a good writer, actually I'm a good editor. Because the good writer doesn't write good at first, and in no way. Otherwise, we won't be in need for a first proofread, second proofread. We won't be even in need for publishers. By the way, feel free to click any pictures or any codes that you want to memorize. I don't mind, yeah? That you might find it useful. Good. Back again to the elephant method that actually it provides us with so many gifts. Like seeing the big picture as we highlighted. And from there, we will be moving to unabstracted tasks, like when it sounds like so complicated and so heavy to do, but no, eventually you end up breaking it, and you have a whole complete plan. You don't end up being so overwhelmed, yeah? Gratefully grafted delivery. Have you noticed that when you rewrite, you get even better ideas? Yeah? Like literally you go bit by bit, step by step, and you end up with carefully crafted. You can write, everybody can write, but that carefully crafted has to come with a sweat, yeah? Thinking short and long-term goal, we already discussed that, and definitely a better version of you. Because I think rewriting will make you much more patient, yeah? Patient with yourself. Have you ever discovered things about yourself you've never discovered before when you started writing? Did you? Yeah? Like, I can do this. Like, literally, no. I'm scared of highlighting this. I'm scared of what people think. When we already said, like, what people will say when I finish my first manuscript, and so on and on and on. And as we highlighted about the carefully crafted delivery, I said something about, when we said the carefully crafted, when you plan your day, do you notice that you have more time? Yeah? You have more time for yourself, you have more time for your craft, you have more time for your work, you have time even to think. And most importantly, you have time to dream, right? Who's a daydreamer over here? I think all of us, you know, when we just want to sit down and we are sometimes with people, but we go like the head is in the cloud and the world of fantasies, and when things are very positive and full of possibilities, we do, right? And it's all unicorns kind of a thing. Yeah, I'm wearing pink though. I don't know if I'm the unicorn word now. I think I am. So daydreaming is when you go beyond the conscious a little bit into the subconscious. That's when you tap actually into your huge imagination and you get to mix that with your consciousness. So you get to make your subconscious conscious, which is quite good. Yeah? And that will provide you also with the scope of imagining. And imagination is a force that can actually manifest a reality. Any one of you has imagined something before it happened? Yeah? How many times? A lot? Yeah, a lot of times. Exactly. So let's use our imagination. By the way, it can be positive and not so positive. Yeah. So imagination can always make things come to pass. And then from there, you can move to the flow state when we talk about the writer's block. Sometimes we don't know that it's too much when he says sometimes you finish writing, you sleep, you get up, you get so stuck. Like you're not leaving any space between you and the manuscript or your craft or whatever that you're writing. So imagination and daydreaming, both of them can provide you with having a flow state. You know, when you are beyond all distractions, when you're not literally caring about how time is it, what time is it right now, and the ideas are just flowing. You're in alignment. Yeah, things are happening for you. Last but not the least, when you reach to that level of creativity, which is the lasting gratification and of a fulfilled potential. Do you ever appreciate yourself and go like, whoo, was that me who wrote that? Even when you, yeah? And I definitely believe that there are certain chapters that we ourselves don't feel like we need anybody else to read them. Like we are so sure about them. Yeah? Some others, yeah, we have to let go of sometimes. We have to delete and we have to rewrite. Showing you some projects which took decades to build, like elephant projects, I can call them. You know, it took Egyptians 20 years to build Giza. It took Leonardo da Vinci 16 years to paint Mona Lisa. Yeah? And it took Indians 22 years to build Taj Mahal. And those projects had to take a lot of time. People really had to think and rethink and think and rethink and time and retime and write and rewrite. So when you get stuck and you face that rewriting and you face that your big elephant, think of these projects. That it took them literally that so much of time to unleash it to the world. They're like, look at us now. We're using it as an example. And who wants to read this? Any volunteer?
If you were not rewriting, you were giving up your potential. See it as an anaphora in a speech.
Who knows what an anaphora is? Okay, you know Martin Luther King Jr., the speech, I have a dream. I think he said it, I have a dream, yeah. So he kept repeating it. So anaphora is that word that you keep repeating over and over and over again. But it's actually, it sounds very annoying sometimes, but it adds so much of value to your speech. So I myself see it as an anaphora. So if you look at rewriting from that perspective, it might just... Any thoughts? Yes. Yes, please.
Yeah, one of the problems I have is that, you know, the writing process is linear, but my thoughts are non-linear. So when I'm putting everything together with the big picture, you know, you've got all the subplots and everything going on, then you find, you get into the writing, and then you find that this part, oh no, this has to go before this, and then the whole structure tears apart.
Tears apart.
All the way back to, almost back to step one. And I don't know, is there any solution to that problem?
Okay, have you considered other options? How often you've been facing this issue? Every time. Okay. Did you? Okay, cool. And did you try to change the way of doing it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're constantly thinking of the big picture, and then it's like a puzzle. Where do all the pieces go? And then
okay.
Right into the situation to understand this. First, you have to understand this. But to understand this, first you have to understand this, and then you're into.
Okay, see, when we highlighted earlier the big picture is that the message that you want your readers to take. We don't literally mean like, oh, the big picture is that you going from A till Z. Yeah, that will happen over the time. Like even so many books who went to the publishers, but even when you received your proofread, the first or the second one, you kept even on editing, right, and adding things and removing things. And literally none of the publishers realized that. Yeah, I think we do that. We do that. Yeah. How often do you struggle with publishers? Okay, I can see the looks out there. So yeah, so that's what we mean by the big picture. Try to find out another way. Consider another option. Consider another option. Yes, yes. It's a great force, right? It can make anything come to pass. Or maybe how often do you think of, oh, it's not working? How often do you think of that? There you go.
You're constantly going back and thinking what isn't working.
There you go. And have you ever thought of what is working?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, if you compare both times. There you go. We very much waste our time in thinking of things that we don't want. Oh, I don't want to get sick, but eventually fall sick, right? No, I want to be healthy. So it's the same way with the manuscript. Who feels that sometimes it's all about the energy also you spend? It's more about the energy. Like your project literally grabs energy from you, right? Isn't it? Yeah? When you're focused, you feel like your manuscript is getting focused. When you're not aligned, the same will get into it. And these are few more books that I can show you. We do have two Indians. Oh, he came in the right moment. We have Chetan Beckett here. He's a very famous Indian writer, actually, and he has invaded, I think, even the movies, isn't it? Right? And do you remember 5 Point Someone? 3 Idiots, the movie? You can watch it out. So this book, it took him 2 years of writing it, and then and then he had to rewrite it. So it took him another 2 years of doing that. Who's a big fan of Robin Sharma here? None? Okay, it took him 4 years, and he had to rewrite the script. And this is one of the best sellers. And even for 5 Point Someone, it did hit actually the market end of the movies back in India. So yeah, both of those guys had to eat the big elephant too. And we're gonna just wrap it up with the very tactile side of rewriting. We said something earlier that you will have a better version of you, right? And that's what happens when you allow your readers to get a peek of your soul. Sometimes rewriting gives you that chance, you know what, I think there is a part of me that I have to get into the word. Sometimes it can be a traumatic experience, sometimes something that you are afraid of. Maybe try a new genre, yeah? You will also get a new array of ideas when you consume your old manuscript and then you go writing down a new one. Then you will be having that better connection to the theme. And I think you will love this. The law of subtraction, it means that you have to let go of so many chapters. They are good, but they're not great. You know, sometimes you get good opportunities in life, but they're not great. So don't be afraid of giving up on your chapters for something which is really brilliant and then can set your craft in a better way, yeah? So creativity thrives under intelligent constraints when you remove the right thing in the right way. And last but not the least, it frees your mind to tell your message and you become so authentic. You know, how do you feel when you're authentic? Yeah? How do you feel? You feel like you're doing things from your heart, right? You're doing things that make your heart sing. You're just being you. Yeah? And when you be you, that's when success happens. That's when the best of your best ideas get out to the world. Any questions so far? No? All clear? So on the one go, we should allow rewriting, to infuse our experience as authors. This is like a takeaway thing, yeah. Rewriting, I believe it's a skill we should all adopt and fine-tune. And all it takes is a surprising creative twist on the message. As I highlighted earlier, very often is that not the takeaway that is changed, no, it's the way of displaying it. And yeah, it's all about warming yourself up to the idea. You know, when you want to get out of your bed in the morning, when you don't want to do the work, yeah? But when you see the end, when you see the result, when you see that beautiful imagination of yours coming to pass, then you will hit the button. Sharing with you few of my journey experiences as an author, because also I had to eat my big elephants many, many times. And I love to call it the long shock full road to my craft, because I had a lot of shocks in my life, not only rewriting, I had so many other struggles, yeah. I think I had to go through the writer's block, the rewriting, the editing, the rejection, and I'm gonna show you one of the emails that I got rejected. I was crying all night, because also I failed my parking test in the same day. I was like, no, the universe doesn't have my bag. No, I don't have good ideas. And you will start to have so many insecurities actually come into the surface, yeah? So be showing you my first book, which I didn't have to rewrite, but it has to do with aviation, by the way, because back in the days, I did not have money to study and get an aviation course. So I came to the UAE when I was 18 with $200 in my pocket, and with a huge determination and consistency that I can teach myself. So I had to make my own way, and I had to study by myself how to become a cabin crew. So when I got the job and got into the field, I was like, I think there's so many people out there struggling and they don't have the financial resources to do it. So let me write down a book for them that can help them get the job. All right, so for that, I had actually to redo the cover because it had to go from there. If you focus on this cover and the title and everything, so I had to go from here and here, and this is about the struggles with publishers, yeah? And then I had to shoot this, but then I was like, no, something is missing. You know it in your gut. There's something still wrong. I'm not so satisfied with the cover. And then it moved from there, and then to this with the background, which I was not satisfied with, and to this, and to this, and to this. And it took me 3.5 years of doing all of this. So again, it was a big elephant of doing it all. That was regarding the cover. Concerning the second one, actually, the cover was so easy, it was so smooth. I just went to Cappadocia in Turkey, which means the land of beautiful horses. Yeah, it was so easy to click it. But then it took me 1.5 years to finish the first manuscript, and guess what? I got rejected. I had a dream publisher. So yeah, so they were like, thank you very much for reaching out. We're delighted, blah, 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 whatever. And our team reviewed your work, but I'm really sorry to say that we're not able to take you as an author at this time. Who got rejected before? Yeah, and you felt like the word was ending, right? Yeah?
You're getting up to it.
And then actually you're so used to it. You're so used to it. And I feel so proud of sharing this now, yeah? Like, hey, I got rejected. And to be very honest, just to rewind a bit, when I finished my first manuscript, I felt something in my gut, like something was missing. Like it was good, but something was missing. And I remember when I called my friend, I was like, hey, I got this done, but there's something wrong. And if you notice over here in the last line, what did they say? We have, okay, when they say about but we are looking for something with more of a narrative structure. So the rejection got me the solution. The rejection got me, that's the thing that I've been looking for. Because my book, to be honest, was written in a way which was full of rules and instructions and do this and do that. But then I forgot that stories move people. I had a bunch of them. Why not to share them? So yeah, the rejection actually was a redirection for me. And but guess what I had to do? Oh gosh. Imagine me, wiping my tears and the word is ending and all of that, but then I had to do it. And so rewriting it, I would show you how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 new manuscripts. This happened after the rejection. And to do that with flying, through different time zones and managing other things in your life, distractions are calling you from all sides was not that easy. But I'm not too smart. I just had to eat my big elephant. That's all about it. That's all about it. I had to take it slowly on myself and break it all down into pieces and step by step, little by little. And then trust me on this, the right people showed up in my life. The right people helped me out. The right publisher came up to me. And then eventually it got accepted by a way better publisher in the UK. So even in my first chapter, I share the whole story about it. And I called it Through Fire and Water, Through Earth and Heaven. When you You're so committed. When you're a master class in resilience and you want to get it all done, yeah, you have to go through fire and water. Yesterday I had to go through rainy weather to get to Futaba, because it was actually a long way for me from Tokyo. It took me around, 8 hours. And then from Abu Dhabi to Tokyo, 9 hours and a half. So yeah, but we made it. And so good to connect with you actually and to share such insightful experiences. Any thoughts, any feedback, any suggestions? Yeah? Any questions? Or are you so excited to know the winner? Yes, please.
So when do you then decide? I mean, this was, you had the feedback from the publisher, so you had some idea of like how to rewrite your book, but then otherwise, when would you decide to kind of scrap it and then start rewriting the whole thing?
Okay, so by the way, if you notice, what did they say? They said just a narrative form. So I literally had to let go of everything. I don't know what kind of titles I'll be bringing up. I have a bunch of stories, what kind of stories, but in the meantime, I didn't want to really let go of what I wrote. So I had to consume it, go for a walk. Yeah. So it didn't really get me the whole, again, thing. It was my responsibility. They just got me that spark, how will I say, that insightful kind of idea. Hey, you got to write it in narrative form, and that's all about it. And then they left me. As if somebody comes to you on the way out, hey, you have a lot of potential. You have a great potential as a writer. But what kind of writer? What kind of books you can write? When you can start? No idea. It's your own sea to swim. So that was the experience. Did I answer your question? Yeah? Cool. So you can scan us on We Run the Race if you would love to, and to follow us for more content. And you can also text me there to share with you my talk as a TEDx in Dubai, which I talk about the power of imagination back again, how you should not be very practical in life. So yeah, that was my experience. And that's my cat in the background. Yeah, I had to use her. And thank you for running your creative voice. Thank you, honestly. Thank you for being a part of this. And I think spending 2 days and hustling from different parts of the world, different parts of Japan itself, yeah, very good. It's always good to see people learning at different ages, at different stages of their lives. You deserve a big round of applause. Yeah? Thank you. And this is the code back again for you. And who's excited to know who's the winner? Yeah? Trophy is. So 2 winners. We'll be having 2 winners, actually, yeah? Let's see. We've got a bunch of them over here. Who didn't fold this paper? I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to be fair. I have to be just. Very good. Cool. Shall I do it with eyes closed? Okay. So tell me first, will you open the boxes now or when you go home? Any thoughts in mind? No? Now? I don't know, they say there are certain etiquettes when you get a gift. For me, I don't like opening it, so that's why I'm asking you actually. Yeah, do you usually open the gift when somebody gives you something on the spot?
America, you open it when you receive it. Japan, you take it home.
Take it home? Okay. So I think I have some Japanese in my DNA.
It depends on what the paper was.
Uh-huh, okay. That's another way of looking at it. Cool. And shall I use the mic to announce the winners? Okay. Let's see if it's on.
It's already on.
Test. Oh, okay, I'm opening the other one. All right. My bad. Very good. So, start with the very first winner. Muhammad. Oh. Alrighty. Where are you from?
Originally from Syria, but I live in Canada.
Excellent. And you came all the way for this? So he deserves another round of applause, yeah? I love to see committed people, yeah? So, yeah, here's your gift. So I'd rather think I made it for males especially. I'm not trying to be #racism or any kind of gender discrimination. So, yeah, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yeah? Let's see what else we've got in house. So in Syria or Canada, do you open the gift when you receive it or when you go home? I want to know. When you go home, okay, cool, very good. Okay, how can I pronounce poutine? Woohoo! Poutine. If I am pronouncing it correctly. Pauline?
Yeah.
Pauline?
Probably Pauline, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah! My bad. You know, this is when you are a writer with bad handwriting like me, so I get to struggle to read good handwritings. Because I am vague, you know what? So congratulations to you too, yeah? You deserve this.
I never win anything.
All right. You don't know. Maybe you did win something, yeah? You did, actually. Being, surrounded by such people, isn't it a win? It is. So will you open it now when you go back? Lunchtime. Oh, gosh, she's getting challenged. Are you getting challenged by the challengers? Challengers here, yeah? And investigators also, yeah, behind you. No. You are in a Japan Writers Conference. Come on. Okay, you enjoy it, and let me know. Reach out to me after that. So look, all eyes are on you. Don't be gentle. Don't be gentle.
Lots of cuteness inside, like a horseshoe.
Yeah.
Hold that thing up. We're trying to see that. Yeah. Oh, wow.
So that's a copy of my book. You enjoy it. Enjoy it, yeah? Thank you very much for attending my session. I hope that it was useful. You had some takeaway at least. And yeah, rock the rest of the day. See you at lunch. See ya.